So obviously it's been a couple of weeks since we spoke. How is everyone and how's everyone doing?
Yeah, good. I think refreshed. I think we've had a really good week this week. Finish it off tomorrow with our final bit of our prep for Charlton. But yeah, it's been a really good week. It's funny because at the time, you're really disappointed when you're gonna have a game off. I'm hoping obviously that we benefit from it because they've looked really good in training this week. Really sharp, really refreshed. The back end of last week, they had Friday off. So they had Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. So it was a good opportunity really for a few people to go and see their family. Carl Winchester was able to go home. Robert Street, Christian Sadie, Taylor Moore. So, it was quite important for a few of them to have a break. You don't actually realise it, but yeah, I think it was good for us to have a little bit of a break.
Important for those young players as well that are away from the families, quite a distance away, aren't they? Like Sadie and that, they're quite a way away.
Yeah, they are. I mean, that is the problem, and they do have to stay up here. We do have to monitor that, and I know, when you're a young man and you're down in London, you live at home with your parents. They're that young, these boys. So, I think that it was good for them to go home and see their parents at the weekend and just actually enjoy a little bit of time with their family with no pressure of football, because there'll be enough of that in the next month.
Yeah, you mentioned that, it's Easter, it's kind of like the Christmas again with the quick turnaround of games, so good to have a bit of rest going into that.
Yeah, no, I think so. I think that was why, the back end of last week, rather than just giving them Saturday, Sunday off, it was better off that they had Friday, Saturday, Sunday, because what's going to happen in 2 of those days, they're going to travel. So if you let them have Saturday off, they travel on Saturday, and if you let them have Sunday off, they've got to travel back. So, that other day in between, it just gives them another night at home in their beds, seeing their mums and their dads and their brothers and sisters. I thought that was really important. So they've looked really good this week, really, really good.
I mentioned there just 9 games in 5 weeks, so it's going to be a busy end to the season.
Yeah, I mean, it's been pretty busy anyway, hasn't it? When you look at it, we ended up having a little bit of an FA Cup run. You had those JPT games. They're not JPT, they're Papa John's, aren't they? At the beginning of the season. So there isn't too much of a break anyway. So yeah, I think it was important to have that, and hopefully, we can take that build up of training this week into a game. Obviously, always different, but they've trained very, very well this week.
And as we've spoke about all season, just managing the players during a busy time that you've got coming up.
Yeah, well, I think we do that anyway. We haven't had too much to manage this week. We've perhaps had to curb enthusiasm this week, but you don't want to curb that too much. So, yeah, they've looked really good this week. Really good, really sharp. Looks like when they've been away, I mean, we always send them away with a message of looking after themselves and don't overindulge in anything that you eat or drink.
Nice to see Killian Phillips get some minutes as well, because obviously he had that injury before the break. Yeah, no, it's really good because, that first game back, whenever you've got a big lad, normally that first game back is hard work for him, but it's funny really because Killian had a little bit of a break and then Killian had to do a little bit of work and the other boys had to have a break, but all in all I think it's probably worked out quite well really. So yeah, he's had another good week with us. Well, I say a good week, he's had a good couple of days with us because the first couple of days he has to come down after the 90 minutes he had at the weekend, so we're really pleased with him and pleased for him because he played well in the game as well. Yeah, and since we last spoke, obviously Tom Bayliss had his injury. Has he had his surgery
now?
Yeah,
he's had his. He's all good. Well, I say he's all good, but everything went well with the operation. He'll probably, what day are we, Thursday? He'll probably be in on Monday, but he's got to keep that rested for a couple of days. So he's on crutches, but when he comes back in, operation went really, really well. The surgeon's very happy with that, and Tom's just at home resting. But come Monday, we'll get him in the gym.
Yeah, it's a big character that's not going to be there, in these final games.
Well, he will be. He'll be in Monday and Tuesday and the rest of this week. So he'll see all the lads, and he'll be in the gym just like Dan and George Nurse. So yeah, well, the only time he can't be with us, obviously, is being 1 to 11 out on the pitch. So we've accepted that. Disappointing, we know. Such an innocuous injury, really. Going down a pothole in your own stadium, we're nowhere near him. I mean, that's the worst part about it, really. That's the annoying part. But yeah, he'll be with us, and we've got now a good, 5.5 weeks of good rehab with him before the summer comes around. So, he'll be well on the road to recovery by the end of the season.
A trip to Charlton on Saturday and over 500 fans going. So again, another good backing. And just your thoughts going into that one?
Yeah, 500 is there? Is that what it is? Say over 500. Does that mean 600?
Well, 500 tickets sold, I saw. There might be more coming.
Have we got any more? How many tickets did we have?
Like 1.4k, so I've got a lot of tickets.
Okay, we've got enough. Okay, well, we'll have a good following, I no doubt, wherever we go. It's funny because we had quite a few, I think, go down there last year. So they may be taking in a weekend in London, which will be expensive.
But just your thoughts on the game itself and you getting into that.
I mean, we're looking forward to it. It's our next game. We always look forward to our next game. I think that they've got some good players, and Dean Alden, I know, so I'll be looking forward to seeing him at the weekend. Of quite a few people down there. I know Peter Story, their CEO, very well, and a couple of people on their staff as well that I've come across over the years. So yeah, I'll be looking forward to seeing them. Jason Pearce is down there, so yeah, I've got a good few friends down at Charlton.
Perfect, thank you.
Okay.